should lose you, I couldn't go on. Don't you know I'd be living a lie? Hey, Jean, Jean, let me make every dream that you're dreaming come true, sweetheart, because I love you, Jean, love you, Jean.
happy as a baby boy with another brand of choo-choo toy when I'm with my sweet Lorraine. Well, she's got a pair of eyes that are bluer than the summer sky. And when you see them, you'll realize why I love my sweet Lorraine. Now when it's raining, I don't miss the sun. my sweetie's smile. Just to think that I'm the lucky one who's gonna lead her down the aisle. Each night I pray that nobody steals her heart away. Just can't wait until that happy day when I marry sweet Lorraine. When it's raining, I don't miss the sun, for it's in my sweetie's smile. Just to think that I'm the lucky one who will lead her down the aisle. Each night I pray that nobody ever steals her heart away. I just can't wait until that happy day when I marry sweet Lorraine.
Ashes on the floor, the way you slam the door, I miss them when the day is through. When I sit alone and think of you, and the little things you used to do, the way that you would sigh, the way that you would lie, when I found out you'd been untrue. You will never know how much I long for the little things you used to do. All your little faults I used to see would make me angry then, but I'd love them all if I could be back in your arms again. The way you used to clown, the way that you would frown at any other girl I knew. Oh, you'll never know how much I miss them, the little things you used to do. wish I was single again. For if I was single, my pockets would jingle. I wish I was single again. I was single again. I wish I was single again. My wife's got me crazy, she's not neat and lazy. I wish I was single again. I wish I was single again, with gals I could mingle again. I'm sure that I knew some who weren't so gruesome. I wish I was single again. I wish I was single again, without any in-laws again. I'd marry another without any mother. I wish I was single again.
Woman, and that girl was really fine. She didn't care much for smoking, and she don't care nothing about wine. She was always cooking my breakfast, and they loved me every night. And that loving gal of mine was always treating me right. But my baby's changed. Oh, my baby's changed. Well, my woman have changed. She's not the same anymore. Well, one night while I was sleeping, the phone started to ring. I got up and answered, but it didn't mean a thing. There was a knock on the window, and he said, "Man, are you there?" When I got my gun and said, "Hey, stuff, you better get away from there. Things have changed." Yes, that woman have changed. I give up everybody. Yes, my baby's changed. Yes, that girl is changed. She's been doing, she says the same old thing. When I looked up on her finger, I didn't see no wedding ring. I opened up the closet just to see what I could see. There were clothes up on all the hangers, but they didn't belong to me because she changed. Yes, my baby's changed. Oh, she ain't no good to me no more.
the sky, while I wonder why my love ever said goodbye. The night was young, the breeze was warm and tender. A fool was I, but how was I to know? I gladly gave my heart in sweet surrender, to learn that lovers meant to come and go like snow white clouds, floating through the night, speaking of a love that was heavenly, a love that could never be mine.
town is full of guys who think they're mighty wise just because they know a thing or two. Well, you can see them every day strolling up and down Broadway, telling of the wonders they can do. You'll see wise guys and boosters, card shops and crap shooters, they congregate round the metropole. Wearing those flashy ties and collars, but where they get their dollars, they've all got an ace down in the hole. 'Cause some of them write to the old folks for dough, and that's their ace in the hole. While others have gals on that old tenderloin, and that's their ace in the hole. They'll tell you of money they've made and they've spent, but they never can flash a bankroll. And their names would be mud like a chump dealing stud if they lost that old ace in the hole.
I met a gal in the middle of Philadelphia. I said, Philadelphia, diddle I. She had a date in the middle of Philadelphia with some other Philadelphia guy.
Oh, he was playing second fiddle and he couldn't solve the riddle till he caught her in the middle of a sigh. He also sighed a little biddle and his thumbs began to twiddle till they got riddle of the other guy.
We settled down in the middle of Philadelphia. I said, Philadelphia, diddle I.
Now it's high diddle diddle like two muffins on a griddle.
We'll be raising little kittens any day
In the middle of Philadelphia. Oh, he was playing second fiddle and he couldn't solve the riddle till he caught me in the middle of a sigh. He also sighed a little biddle and his thumbs began to twiddle till they got riddle of the other guy.
We settled down in the middle of Philadelphia. I said, Philadelphia, diddle I.
Oh, now it's high diddle diddle like two muffins on a griddle.
We'll be raising little kittens any day in the middle of Philadelphia.
We don't mean Fresno. It's high diddle diddle, the fiddle, the fiddle. We're off in the griddle. We settle the riddle, the middle of Philadelphia.
She's my Easter lily, she's my April dream come true. She's a lily that's blooming just for me. In her Easter bonnet made to match her eyes of blue, just imagine how pretty she will be. While the Easter bells are ringing and our happy hearts are singing, we'll be married in the chapel on the hill. On that Sunday morning, how the sun is gonna shine on that sweet Easter lily of mine.
She's my Easter lily, she's my April dream come true. She's a lily that's blooming just for me.
blooming just for me. In her Easter bonnet made to match her eyes of blue, just imagine how pretty she will be. While the Easter bells are ringing and our happy hearts are singing, we'll be married in the chapel on the hill. On that Sunday morning, how the sun is gonna shine on that sweet Easter lily, that sweet Easter lily, that sweet Easter lily of mine.
Why do they always say no when they know they mean yes all the time? You ask a girlie for a kiss or two, she'll answer no, that's something I don't do. How can they tell such a lie and still look you straight in the eye? Whenever they say no, go right ahead. It's 10 to 1 that what they mean is yes instead. But why do they always say no when they know they mean yes all the time? Why do they always say no when they know they mean yes all the time? You ask a girlie for a kiss or two, she'll answer no, that's something I don't do. How can they tell such a lie and still look you straight in the eye? Whenever they say no, go right ahead. It's 10 to 1 that what they mean is yes instead. But why do they always say no when they know they mean yes? They know they mean yes. They know they mean yes all the time.
before, but it's all over now. There's nothing left to do but say goodbye. The love you had for me has faded old somehow. I hate to see you go, but I'll get by. Somehow I can't forget you loved me once before. I can't forget the happiness we knew. But time may change regret to ease a heart that's sore. Will you forget the heart you broke into?
another, and I am left alone. How could fate break up a love so true? I can't be contented. I'll return across the phone with a package of old letters, dear, from you.
Dear eyes downcast that fill my soul with longing, why are you sad and wet with unshed tear? Tears are the dew that glistens on those roses, bringing new life and fragrance through the weary year. Smile through your tears as sunlight smiles through rain. Sorrow will pass and joy will come again. Hope and forever, though your eyes are wet, smile through your tears, dear heart. I never can forget. Look up, dear eyes, where silver clouds are floating. Spring birds are sleeping in the snow-clad tree. Dead autumn leaves are bright with crimson glory. Gray clouds of doubt can never come